Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Somerset, Massachusetts. We are here at AMF Somerset Lanes. We have not yet started the finals of the NEBA KR Strikeforce Open Singles, and that's because we have a three-way tie for the at-large cut, and those three bowlers are here now. I'm sure you know them all. Mike Lichstein, Brendan Vallone, and Chris Monroy are bowling for a single spot, so it's a single high game, makes it into the finals. And we're taking 40 finalists, so these guys are tied at the at-large. And Bruce Hall here with you. And my broadcast partner for this round, a special guest, Christopher Viali. Hey, what you doing, Vic?
Thank you, Bruce. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on, buddy. Good to talk to you.
And let's have a little fun here.
This should be a fun match, right? We got we're on the burn, right? We're on this 46-foot, 32.5 mil pattern. Ratio 5-to-1, so no shortage of oil out there. And let's see how it's breaking down. As I said, we're on the burn. The house is oiling. They started up on lane 24, and the oiling machine is running for the final, so that will come down. After this, we'll have just a round of 16 bowlers bowl for the bottom 8 spots. Then the top 24 will get a bye. Then we'll get to our round of 32. So we will start the finals after this. But it's... And Litch is confirming right now it's 3 guys for 1 spot. 3 guys for 1 spot. That's it. Yep, we confirmed it. So here we go. Now, we did have a tiebreaker of the tiebreaker on who got to start on which lane. And I believe it was, who was high? I think it was, guys, whoever had the high game gets their choice. Did you talk about that? Okay, we're just double checking who starts where.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys good?
Start there.
Okay, they're good, yeah. So they have to follow the arrows, which are reversed, of course. So here we go. And Monroy with the first shot. You can see he's deep on this burn, but there's a lot in the middle, right? It's a lazy turn off the spot, right, Vic?
Yeah, that's where we had to play this particular squad. I mean, the first squad, we were able to play right. Like, there was no oil outside, so the ball would peel off.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, even too much.
Yep. What was this tie score, do you know? I didn't hear it.
77.
77 was the at-large. And that's an example of that dry off the edge that Litch just threw it at. And that looks like some surface Litch just got there. I don't know where the EPX is, but that's definitely more ball than that. Thanks to KR Strikeforce for our title sponsor for this event. Had a wonderful youth event yesterday. Won by Jacob Dunbar, the youngest of the Dunbar brothers, age 14.
How many brothers are there? There are 3?
Well, that would be the third one. I asked him if there's a fourth one coming along, and he's it, so. If you excuse the hushed tones, we're right behind these guys, so we got to be kind of quiet here. First look at Brendan Vallone.
He's one of my William Patterson boys.
Yeah, that's right, Willie P. And right up the piker, pulls that one, and for a baby split. So something, I've heard some rumor about something around Thanksgiving, Vic. I can't put my finger on it, but what's going on with the Megabucks tournament, Haas?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Ton of money.
60 grand added money, did I get that right?
60,000 added
There you go,
money,
baby. Come on now.
Yeah, all the prize funds are guaranteed regardless of the amount of entries we get.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to be great. 20 grand first. 350 just to make the finals.
There you go. So we're coming on Thanksgiving Day, Andrew and I.
Makes sense. Rico's got a lot of specials that day.
There's a chance? Yeah. Oh, not quite. And that is, of course, at AMF Chicopee, Bowlero Chicopee, right north of Springfield. So pretty central location there.
Yeah, I just got MGM Grand, the casino. We got the
right
hotel
the
room blocks.
Good for you.
Got
nice.
Blocks there, and a couple other hotel blocks. So it's not that expensive to come out.
I live in Southport. I might have to take advantage of that. And
that's
great
shot
there.
That's a really good shot
by Monroy. I know Chris was carrying his stuff out to the car. I thought he was packing it in, but here he is in a 3-way tie. Once again, 3-way tie for 1 spot into the finals. And these guys will bowl right after this in the round of 40, which includes only 16 bowlers. And the top 8 will move into the round of 32.
Do we know what the bye was for the top 24?
I have not heard that yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard it either. Oh, that's a good shot.
Get that one in, and Litch doubling, doing what Litch does. I'll tell you, look at the hit on that shot. He's a senior now. Can you believe the hit on this stuff?
Yeah, he's an ultra senior like some of us.
Ultra senior, yeah. Hello. Yeah. He's a senior like Parker Bone's a super senior. Give me a break.
I'll tell you, Brandon went to a bigger ball at the end. I bowled with him, crossed with him this last squad when he made it.
That picked up right off his hand. I wonder what that is.
That's just a urethane ball.
Urethane,
but he
okay.
used a bigger ball at the end of last block, and it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
The last game he bowled 180. He got into a spot where Litch looks like he's playing right now with a bigger ball. Monroy, he's comfortable here.
Well, this is his shot. Look at him getting it, rolling it through the pattern. Now he's got the double to match Litch's double. And Brandon, unfortunately, had that baby split, puts him in a hole right now. But it's only one bowler advances, so it's high score or go home.
Oh, look at that. Litch is using a phase 2.
Whoa.
Or a phase 3?
No, I think it's a 2. Yeah, that's a 2. That might be the biggest ball I've ever seen him throw. And he's got some surface on it.
The most expensive ball he's ever thrown.
That's funny. You don't know how old it is. The ball's been around for a long time. Watch this thing pick up. Oh my God, slaps the 7. Unbelievable.
Good shot, Litch.
Still wears the wristmaster. Welcome everybody. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Somerset. Yesterday was a monsoon during the youth event. There's Brandon right up the pike. Yep. That's left. Got to hold on. Yeah. That's 2 in a row through the beak on that right lane.
It's picking up right in the front on him.
Yeah, I crossed on this pair. I had a pretty good look on it. I actually moved right aboard and just looped it out a little bit here. $32.5 mils. We've been going to some much higher volume patterns. Make sure they hold up for 12:30, and no difference here. Cuts were almost identical across the two squads today.
Yeah, last night they were a little bit tougher.
Well, we're looking into that.
Well,
actually, what happened, because they were quite different last night, the scores. And I know they did oil last night, and this pattern sat all day, all night and all day. So that might have been part of it, but we're not sure. So. Yeah, David Upgard, how you doing, my friend?
We have to be excited about the amount of entries we got at Somerset, right?
Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, for 40 qualifiers. 150? More than 100, yeah, something like that, yeah. They were almost sold out at 9 o'clock at 100. That's going to lay off. Yeah. It does, and he slaps the 10. Monroy matches Litch's triple. And Brandon right now getting left in the dust. Litch now looking for the front 4.
Tight rack. Soul bowled on this pair. I bowled with Soul on this pair, and he left 3 7-pins on that right lane, lane 8, when that rack got tight like that. So that's why Litch is re-racking.
I went front 5 on this pair. I used both my re-racks by the 5th frame.
Yeah.
I used them both. So what happens is the 4-pin is left, and the 2-pin is right. They're both off. And it's
they're off almost
flat 7 waiting to happen.
They're off almost every time, but sometimes a little bit more than others.
Well, first rule of re-racks, your new rack will be better than the last one, of course, right? Of course, every single time.
Never.
Always. Yeah. Good shot.
Yeah.
It don't matter where they are when you throw it like that.
No.
Front 4 for Litch.
Shot, Michael.
Litch will be looking for title number 32. Alex just won his 28th. So those guys in a perpetual race. Almost getting to be a must strike for Brandon here. Pretty good shot. That's that lazy urethane. It makes the corner and gets leans the 7. He better put 5 or 6 in a row here. That's all I can tell you. Better figure out this right lane quickly.
So let's get back to Somerset. I mean, we haven't been here in a while, and to have 150 plus entries, I don't know what the count actually is.
It's great to be, yeah. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen the actual qualifying. I don't have any of my paperwork normally for the live stream because we jumped on for this tiebreaker. Turn up. How about an 8-10 in the pocket for Chris Monroy? Par for the course. Very frustrated by that shot. And that's a symptom of the amount of oil and how long it is. 46 feet, Vic. So if you didn't get around it, it was very easy for that to happen.
Yeah.
And Chris obviously very frustrated by that 8-10 in the pocket. It's not for lack of hit. You know that. It's definitely a symptom of what's going on with the pattern here. And we have some deadwood to take care of. And Litch can just about run away with this in the 5th frame if he can get this one.
Yeah, he'll be up 40 pins with this hit.
Oh yeah, he'll be staring at 150 in the 5th, 44 ahead if he can double again. So it doesn't look like he's going to miss anytime soon, but we'll see. Once again, 3-way roll-off for 1 spot in the finals, for the last spot of the finals. Plus 77 was the at-large. I know Stephen Major was at 78, and he was debating whether to bowl again. He was second on the at-large, so the scores went up quite a bit on 12:30, I think, in terms of just guys making the at-large. They didn't go crazy up, but there was enough guys that they filled out most of the at-large from the squad. Oh, we got a...
Yeah, I mean, the right went from not really understanding you could play the gutter, you could play 5, you could play 8, you could play 12, and then the second squad was just 17 to 22, and it was clear.
Yeah, defined hook spot.
It was clear for all the righties, so we knew the majority of the at-large would come off the second squad today.
Made sense. You saw guys moving in this morning, and I thought they moved in too quick. A lot of guys did. They were into the flat. There wasn't much recovery, you know. So I remember going across 2-8-10, 2-8-10, 2-10, 2-10, 2-8-10, 2-8-10, because guys went in too quick and couldn't get it to turn the corner. But once that started to carve a little bit, it opened up.
Litch can just stay behind this one. A little bit left.
Right off the corner.
It's perfect.
Just banging off the edge. Cut, boom. That's such a big ball for him. He's banking it off the edge. Front 5 for Lichstein. And Chris is just shaking his head. He's basically even for 5. And he's down by 34 right now. And that's a way pitch. So that's the over adjustment for Brandon.
That urethane's not going to do it.
Yeah, it's just not enough. You know, you need more on the back and
on the burn, because this is not first. They haven't been oiled.
Yeah,
so
he can't go straight up, and it's going to hook early. So he's got to go in and go around it. I went in and went around it, but I slowed it down just to get it to read off the pattern. So this is one of the few times you'll hear us broadcasting not in a bad mood, because we're in the finals, waiting to bowl the final. You notice Forey's not on. He missed the cut, so I think he's taken off. So fortunately,
well, he made the Forey cut. That's all that matters.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. So we went from
huge.
Top 32 in the Forey, now advanced to Norwich, which is December 16th and 17th, and that cut was minus 13. And Chris goes a little high for a 10-pin. Jay Johnson shoots 255 his last game to sneak into the minus 13 number.
He was
the number to be the cut for the Paul Forey. Top 32 made it.
Yeah, Chris on $10,000 he
Chris
puts
Forey,
into
that's amazing. Yeah.
On behalf of the legacy of his dad. And
Paul Forey. Yep.
Yeah.
And now the top 20 finishers from that 32 list, just in the overall tournament, at Norwich, will share that prize fund.
$2,000 first.
$2,000 on top, baby. And that's in a little bit, but it rides the oil. You got that right, and it laid off. Interesting. So he's got a flat 7. Well, he's still 39 over. Chris is 6 over. That's a 33-pin lead for Litch. And it don't look like he's going to miss anytime soon. So let's see. 20, 50, 80. You know, Chris can still go to 46 if he can put some together here. And Litch pacing right now at 239, so it's not over.
Yeah, Brendan's got 239 out.
Yeah.
247. If he can just get it going.
Right.
Yeah. That's I want to take a second to thank all of the sponsors. You know, I worked with the sponsors for the past, 2 decades. So I'm not going to read them all off.
I am.
And I know, but I just want to.
I do this all the time.
I want to take a moment to just say, thank you, and emails will be coming out. We're excited about next season. We're just getting the schedule set, and it's going to be a great year. I mean, just to have the amount of entries we had here. With all the tournaments that are going on.
Oh yeah, with everything else going on.
It's crazy.
We had
This
a regional
such
down
a good.
in we had a regional in New York, senior regional. That drew some entries. We had Bayside, of course, drew some entries.
We had tournament your son went to.
Yep, the Bud Light Challenge.
Bud Light Challenge. Yeah, I missed.
He was there last night.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to go there.
He finished. He lost his first match. Then he drove all the way to Westboro last night, and he was here this morning and made the cut after his second block. So yeah, so you got Bayside, you got Bud Light Challenge, you got a regional, and that's true every weekend it seems, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, everybody's running tournaments, so it's so hard to schedule things and not be opposite something.
That's why we need to get our schedule out as quick as we can.
Hopefully
be soon. Next week or two we'll have it out.
Yeah, very soon. That's straighter up the lane.
Good shot, Michael.
Rips the rack. Mixer.
Looking for a Farkle, Mike. Come on.
Farkle, but not a Cali.
No.
Want a Farkle,
He's
but
not
going to
get a Cali.
Not going to get a Cali.
No.
Well, speaking of sponsors, let's talk about some of our sponsors. Tony and Susie Renaud add $1,000 to the Masters event. There's a great shot by Brennan. There's his first double.
Yep. Good shot.
Keeping his 239 alive. Put some pressure on Litch.
230, yeah.
Ace Mitchell, Vinny Brazan. Better Bowling Concepts, William Daly. Storm, Rotogrip, 900 Global. Mourning the passing of Bill Chrisman, and congratulations to Barbara Chrisman, new CEO of Storm.
Yes.
And they have been very good to us.
And Tyler Jensen is the president.
Jensen is the president now, and Chris gets high, can't trip the 4. He says, just stay there, no problem. And that's real trouble for Chris, because now he can only go 226. That would mean Litch would have to open to give him a chance. Buddy's Pro Shop, talking about Chris Forey, he adds a total of $12,500, including $10,000 on the Paul Forey and $1,500 annual awards and $1,000 to his event. So can't say enough about Chris and everything he does for NEBA, not to mention the energy he gives to the club. From Call of Fame to all the committees he's on, everything he does, it's great. Cambridge Credit, some guy named Viali adds $3,500 to the Cambridge Credit Invitational and is the Eddie Elias of NEBA, pulling in all these great sponsors. And we can't thank you enough for that, Chris. Logo Infusion, Kenny Keegan, I Am Bowling, powered by I Am Bowling. They brought our championship shirts. You see the new shirts some of the guys have on? They're really nice, right?
Beautiful, yeah.
They look great. Strike FX Pro Steps, we're here in a Strike FX location. I did not see Van Hees here, but Alex made the cut last night on that tough pattern. That was a good shot. Oh, he gets it in a little bit.
That's that lane. That's that rack on that
7.
lane.
Yeah, there it is. Yep, that's right. Turbo Grips, Chris Sand. TechVision, you're watching a TechVision production right now. Yankee Lanes, both in Keene and in Manchester, had some great events up there this year. Went to Manchester for the first time. Rich Reynolds at Bullwinkle's Pro Shop. Savage Arms, Al Casper, they're a big sponsor of the Mega Bucks, right?
Yes, yeah.
And big shot there for Brandon. And now Brandon has passed Monroy as the only person to put some pressure at this point on Litch. He can still shoot 239, and Litch knows it. So Litch needs this spare right here.
They stopped the machine at 15.
Yeah, he had to.
Yeah, I think.
He programmed it to stop there. Callahan's Bowlerama. Lisa Callahan added money to the whole family. Added to that. What 341 entries for our 1,000th tournament. Shake it off. What an event. Michael needs it. Goes right at it and gets it. don't know if he's sticking over there or what that is.
No, that's how he shoots it. It's as simple as that.
It's an extra hop for good measure. DJ's Pro Shop, John Zawalik. Many styles of bowling, LaRue Marlowe. I'm wearing my LaRue shirt right now, and I love it. Oh, yeah, Haas. Come on. Bloomfield Electric, Roger Burrell. There you go. Roger Burrell, big sponsor of the Masters event. GMS Decorative Concrete, Clay Schwartz, and Chris cannot roll the 10-pin. So frustrated. Dexter, Paul Sylvia coming up. We have the Dexter event coming up. Dexto Turbo Non-Champs coming up at East Providence 11/18. And then we'll have the Storm Tournament of Champions on the 19th. That's our next two events. And the weekend after that will be the Northeast Megabucks on the Thanksgiving weekend. So
that's right, baby.
Some great events coming up in November.
We got the regional East Providence.
Yeah, that's the 11th, right? The weekend before.
We got the regional, then we have NEBA, and then Megabucks.
Well, we got Semba on the 4th. I'm bowling that. And then we have the regional. I'll be watching Andrew. And then we have the TOC and the non-champs. And then we have the Megabucks. So very busy November coming up, guys. Just staying right here in New England.
I got a few kids flying in from Norway, Sweden, and England.
Halver
to bowl all three events.
Awesome. Oh, man. You've made that trip you made with Bruno Bedone and the whole thing over there. I still do their voiceovers, you know. So a lot of fun with that.
It's a big hit here.
And they just finished that tour last month, right? So starting to see those videos come out. KR Strikeforce, Tony Mendiola, our title sponsor for this event here. And Michael's taking his time. I wonder if he heard me talking.
He didn't.
Yeah.
It's a good looking rack. I think we might see a Farkle.
Waiting on our first Farkle. Could it be?
No, just dead flush.
No Farkle.
Just dead flush.
Great shot. Now that's the good thing about that is it puts him in the 239 range, even if he fills 20 in the 10th. That was a big strike there for Litch. Must strike here for Brandon.
Yeah. Let's see how off this rack is.
This rack's tight too. This rack's horrible.
It's horrible. It got a little left.
Really peel.
Yeah.
And it does not. And that will be it. It will be Mike Lichstein moving on.
Yep.
Grog Monster Sports. Greg Flamon kicked off his sports handicapping event there. East Coast Sports Investors. Jeff Dawson. Ideal Bowling Concepts. We have the Ideal Bowling Concepts singles coming up in Norwich, December 16th and 17th after we get done with that busy November. We have the Better Bowling Concepts Seniors on 12/16. And by the way, John Kirker Sr. has added $500 to that senior event. So that's pretty cool. Thank you so much for Mr. Kirker Sr. I'm used to losing to your son, so thank you so much for that sponsorship on that senior event. DJBT had a great DJBT event here yesterday. We had Amy on the live stream watching her son, and Chris is like, of course this one carries, sure, why not? And that was won by Jacob Dunbar, 14-year-old, the third of the Dunbar brothers. UsedBowlingBalls.com, Mitchell Pincus. Island Bowling Supply, Joe Farley. And we will have, at the last live stream today, if you like and share, be automatically entered for one of two bowling balls from Island Bowling Supply because it is a Sunday and it is a live stream. This is a walk in the park for Litch. Dead flush. It will be 31-time titleist Mike Lichstein moving on. And finally, John Kirker Sr. adding that 500. So there's your sponsors. Made it through by the end of the game there, Vic. So once again,
I'm going to get ready.
We're both in the finals. We've got to get ready. We've got to warm up, right? We both got buys. So you won't hear from either one of us for a little while, and if you do, we'll be in a worse mood. So, because we will have lost.
Not as bad of a mood as Mr. Monroy right now.
That's a good point.
But that's okay.
I don't think any of us are going to be that. Well, Chris has been having a lot of self-doubt lately, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say. He's so great. He works so hard, and he's just had some issues with self-confidence and stuff like that. And I hope he gets by it because he's so nobody works harder than him, and he's so good with his game. So he'll be back. Don't you worry.
Oh, totally.
It'll be great. So
all right, Bruce. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, my friend. I'm going to watch Brandon finish this out. Why don't you go get ready, and I'll be with you in a minute.
You got it.
And thank you so much, Vic. Not bad. Thanks, buddy. And Michael just bowled him over with his, looks like a blue dot. And straight at it again. Can he carry again? That's enough. Michael wins. Unfortunately, Brandon could not get that strike in the right lane. It wouldn't have mattered, assuming Litch doubled. Litch goes 2-5-8 and wins in dominant fashion to 204 for Monroy. Chris just could not get the corner figured out on this long pattern on the burn. And we'll watch Brandon wrap it up here, and then we'll close it out. I have to go get ready for the finals. Lucky me. And we will see you all back here. There may be, with any luck, at least from my perspective, you may see some live stream with no commentary coming up. And if that's true, we'll put that in the notes there, and you'll be able to see it on the screen. So thanks everybody for joining us. We'll just watch Brandon close this out. He's going to be in the 2-0s, and we'll be back probably in 3 rounds from now. We'll have the round of 40, the round of 32, and then we'll be back with the round of 16. Hopefully without commentary, because that means I'm still in. So thanks everybody. We will talk to you soon.